hear that? I'm trying to locate that rattle. That rattle has been annoying me for a couple of weeks, and I think it might be, at least I hope is what it is the flex plate bolts, because I basically looked without taking the whole dash apart. I pulled the console out and everything, and I can't find where it's rattling. I think it's coming from the bell housing when I put a stethoscope on it. So I'm hoping those flex plate bolts just need tightening. I see a lot of folks are having that issue. Well, my search continues for this aggravating rattle. I mean, it's I can live with it. Turn the radio on, you don't hear it, but you know, I've chased down so many rattles, and this thing just progressively got worse over time, and you only hear it when you're kind of accelerating a little bit, and it's not a vibration. It's just a vibration enough to, you just heard it there, to make a weird kind of noise, and it kind of goes with the engine speed, so I don't know. Anyway, comment if you think you know what it is. I have no clue. I've looked behind the dash and everywhere. Now, when I say I used a stethoscope, it's hard to say when your lips are cold, but when I say I use a stethoscope, I used one of those from Harbor Freight like this. So, yeah, what you do, obviously you stick those in your ear, and then you press this to the part, and you hear the reverberation through the ear. And when I did it to the bell housing, it was kind of the loudest, but I don't know. I don't know. So underneath here, this strange noise. This strange noise might be coming behind here. So what I'm going to do is remove this flex plate cover and see if my torque converter bolts are loose. Looks like I got a bolt right here and a couple more bolts over there. We got to take these two bolts out here on each end, and then there's two small bolts in the middle like this, 13 millimeter and 18 millimeter. All right, one of the problems I've run into is this bolt right here obviously won't come out because of this exhaust is in the way. But as you see, it's notched out. So theoretically, you don't have to pull it all the way out, but it's still getting in the way. So instead of taking this exhaust off, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to bend this back a little bit. And that should allow me to drop it down, I hope. Voila. Now, you can see, but those are the bolts we want to see if are loose. They seem to be tight. You've got to use one of these pass-through wrenches to get to them, but they seem to be extremely tight. So that's not my problem. Now, as I tighten each one, I take a little marks a lot on the flywheel right there, so I'll know that I've already tightened it. And I go on to the next one. One of the things I also did for safety is I pulled the fuel pump fuse out so this thing didn't accidentally crank while I'm turning this. You can also see I've got a rear main seal leak, not too bad, but it is seeping, and the oil pan is leaking a little bit, so I just got the parts in. I'm going to do that pretty soon. Well, I might as well clean this up. This is the flex plate that I had to bend up to get out of it. A flex plate. It's the torque converter bolt cover protector thing. So let me clean that up. All right, got it cleaned up good enough, and this part straightened back out with a little body hammer on the anvil. Makes easy work. Let's go put it. All right, well, I got the plate back on, and I'm still trying to figure out that rattling, and you know what it might be? It just might be this. This is the transfer case linkage, and that just might be the culprit. So I'm going to zip tie it real tight and see if that makes a noise. So what I did was I put some tension on that rod right here, and now it's not making any rattling noise. So boy, if that's it, then I will, it looks like there might be a bushing that's bad in there. I'll see if I can locate that. If not, I'll fabricate something, but I hope that's it. It's still rattling.